The Naxalites were always began where the road ended. Everyone said so. Manas boasted to me that it had been 6 years since he had seen a paved road. The police, the political officers, the paramilitaries, the Adivasi tribes, the poorest local farmers, and the Naxalites themselves. It was the one thing they agreed upon. There always came a point out there in those jungles of India's infamous Red Corridor. Foremost among them in the states of Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand, where the road began to give up the struggle against the thrust of vegetation, against the rain and the heat, where the last heavily fortified police station marked the farthest reach of central and state authority in a heave of tangled razor wire and bunkers. Then it stopped. Government informers were tired in people's courts and killed with axes or knives. After the end of the road, then you were into another world, undeveloped India, Naxalite territory, a land of parallel authority, communism, people's courts, armed cadres, and IEDs. The Naxalites took their name for Naxalbari, a village in West Bengal where in May 1967 an abortive peasant uprising against landowners took place and a police inspector died in a hail of arrows. The bloodshed christened an amorphous, fragmented movement, loosely inspired by the Maoist model of agrarian revolution. From then on, Maoist militants were known as Naxalites. Their sanctuary became the 35,600 square mile forest of Dandakaranya, which loosely translates from Sanskrit as a jungle of punishment, straddling parts of several states, including Chhattisgarh and Andhra Pradesh. Then the Karanya afforded the Naxalites a citadel of sorts, Abuzamar, a jungle within a jungle, one of the last of India's uncharted territories. Beneath the area's dense canopy of vegetation, rugged hills and valleys are bisected by streams that rage as torrents during the rainy season, forbidding terrain for any unwelcome stranger. Death came in many ways in the jungle. The Naxalites killed police and paramilitaries with roadside bombs and ambushes. The police killed the Naxalites in encounters, the vernacular encompassing both firefights and targeted killings. Suspected government informers were tried in people's courts and killed with axes or knives, leading to a surge in the homicide rate not reflected in the conflict's official casualty count of more than 12,000 dead across 2 decades. The first Maoist middle-class communist radicals from the state of Andhra Pradesh arrived in Abuzamar in 1989, fleeing a crackdown by local authorities. The movement might have died out altogether then, its ideology withering in the sweaty heat. Yet Abusmar proved an elixir to the Maoist revolutionaries. Here in the depths of the jungle, they found a natural new constituency among the Adivasi tribes. The term Adivasi means aboriginal, or original settler in Sanskrit, and the Adivasis are officially classified as members of a scheduled tribes defined by the Indian constitution as indigenous groups given some form of recognition under national legislation. They number 84 million, 6.8% of India's population, and are concentrated most heavily in and around Dandakranya. It would be simplistic to describe the Naxalite movements as solely Adivasi. Its organizations, cadres include not just members of India's scheduled tribes, but also middle-class students as well as Dalits, the so-called untouchables of the lowest caste, and a large number of fighters from the countries socially disadvantaged, described in the constitution as backward classes. New Delhi, India. Area enlarged. Area with significant insurgent violence or presence. Core fields. Site of major Maoist attack. State boundary. China, Nepal. Naxalbari, Kolkata. Patna. Varanasi, Karampura Valley, Bokaro, Ranchi, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Raipur, Kankar, Abusmar, Dandakaranya, Visakhapatnam, Bhubaneswar, Bay of Bengal, Nagpur, Hyderabad, Bengaluru. Corridor of conflict. Maoist militants are entrenched in some of India's most impoverished yet mineral-rich states. From their jungle strongholds, the fighters recruit from disenfranchised Adivasi tribes and extort cash from mining companies, obstructing development even as other parts of India modernize. Policemen in Chhattisgarh are put through a grueling commando course at the counter-terrorism and jungle warfare college in Kankar.